going on, guys? I want to check out this video that y'all sent me. It's about a construction company owner that praises Trump. They gotta get crazier than that. Let's see what's happening. I think we're watching this video from a Black conservative perspective, if I'm not mistaken. Dope channel. Go and check them out.
Department of Homeland Security has officially launched an immigration enforcement operation in the city of New Orleans today. It's dubbed Operation Catahoula Crunch. I mean, that's the actual name that they came up with, Catahoula Crunch. DHS says it is targeting, quote, criminal illegal aliens. CBS News reporter Katie Weiss has more from NOLA.
Well, I saw a few federal agents throughout the city's popular tourist district called the French Quarter and along Canal Street, which is normally a very bustling tourist street with lots of shops and restaurants. The federal agents appeared to be kind of getting into position. They didn't appear to be making any arrests, at least from what I could tell. I did see a bit of a police presence, but so far we've not been able to get confirmed from Customs and Border Patrol any further details about their operation. We do know that about 250 federal agents are expected here across the Louisiana and Mississippi Gulf Coast over this week, and with the goal of arresting 5,000 immigrants. Now, one thing that I found interesting as well was that the city here seemed quite subdued on Tuesday. Jackson Square, which is normally a popular tourist area with lots of street vendors selling their artwork and things of that nature, those folks were not there. It appeared to be a bit of a ghost town. Many people have been shutting down their businesses to protect their workers. In fact, Monday night, there was a protest with many people here in New Orleans.
What are y'all hiding them from? If they're here legally, why the hell are you hiding them? Stop shutting down your business. Unless you, I don't know, maybe hiring people that's not actual citizens, just so you could pay them cheaper wages and then make more money for your business. I don't know, maybe hypothetically. It just doesn't really seem, normal to close your business down because they're looking to find immigrants.
Voicing their opposition to the federal agents arriving. Take a listen.
We don't support ICE coming in, coming to our campuses, coming to our community, coming to our cities, and saying, and taking our neighbors, our friends, our classmates off the street.
And at least one local activist group tells.
I could tell this person didn't have a father growing up. I'm gonna get canceled. I'm just playing. I'm joking. He's a little bit too passionate about this, though. But
me that they plan to hold virtual meetings every night to teach people about their rights if in case they do come across these federal agents. They say that they're going to be holding these meetings virtually to try to protect people and keep them from having to leave their homes.
Boy. So we got to talk about this video that is going viral. Even J.D. Vance commented on this construction company owner giving us his perspective on the ICE raids that are happening in Louisiana. Okay, New Orleans, they're next up when it comes to the illegal immigration crackdown.
It's a gum run now, guys. Gum run. Excuse me.
Bueno, como pueden ver, no está respondiendo preguntas, compañeros. Le hemos preguntado quién exactamente está buscando aquí, en esta fiesta con Pico. Le hemos preguntado por la organización cuántos días. How long is this operation going to last? We're with Univision. How long is this operation going to last, sir?
Till it's done.
And this construction company owner, unlike Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? This guy is actually thankful. He's thankful for the raids and the fact that the illegals aren't showing up to work, right? Apparently, the illegals have abandoned their jobs, and that is causing some issues. Okay, but this guy says that it is a good thing. Okay. And I want to
More jobs for us. More opportunities for, you know how many times I applied for a job and didn't get it? And people always talk about racism. Let's talk about the fact that it's because I wasn't illegal. Let's talk about that. Talk about that entire day. You know, I don't even. It's crazy. And then they hired my friend because they thought he was illegal. He even verified, like, yeah, no, I had less credentials than you. Didn't even have a resume, nigga.
react to it because I think that this guy's perspective is much needed at times like this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
So we've had ICE and DHS down in Louisiana for about a week now. And as a business owner, I've been running my own construction company since I was 18 years old. I'm 27 now. We do paint and roofing, drywall, tile, ceramics, trim, molding, carpentry, flooring, concrete, a little bit of everything.
Putting in work.
I'm seeing firsthand just the shockwave them boys are sending across the state. No immigrants want to go to work. None of them want to even ride in a truck like mine with a ladder rack on it. And it is so amazing. I've gotten more calls in the last week than I've gotten in the last 3 months. I got 20 calls in one day.
Business is booming. See that?
GC scrambling to try and finish projects. Halfway through, these guys not showing up to work. Starting projects. Landlords, you know how a landlord always has, their go-to guy they call. Boys ain't showing up to do nothing. And this just shows you how bad the problem is down here in Louisiana.
So basically what he's saying in a nutshell is that because the illegals aren't showing up to work, Americans, right, are actually getting those jobs, right? You have individuals who would normally call their illegal immigrant handyman, okay, or that would hire illegal immigrants to do work. Now they're calling Americans, right? They're now going to companies that can do the work that actually are using American labor, not slave labor from overseas, and they're getting more business, okay, which is the point, right? That is the point. That's what we want to see, okay? That's what we want to see.
I mean, we got a population in our whole state that's like the size of LA County, genuinely, in our whole state. And they have filled this place like no other. And I've got to see through the presidencies. We had our little heyday with Trump's first go round, 99 cents a gallon gas. Even with the immigrants here, shit was still amazing. They weren't pushing like they are right now. Joe Biden got into office, he really fucked my industry bad.
That's crazy.
To the point to where the only people that are lining their pockets are the GCs that are hiring these guys. Because it's the only way. I mean, shit, you send in a proposal, my last name is Flores. Let me start there before people start calling me racist. I'm just speaking the truth. You send a proposal in and you have one that's like half the price of that. 90% of the time, they're going to go with that cheap one. And that's how it's been down here in Louisiana. It's just everybody competing to get the bottom dollar. Yeah. I'm talking roofing. They want to pay $60 and $80 a square for tear off and reinstallation.
It's because they could get it for cheaper from an immigrant. Why pay like the proper amount for what someone worked hard to deserve and earn when you could just give it to someone who's desperate because they're not from here? And take anything like that's pretty messed up, right? But I'm glad that business is booming for them now. The people that put in the work are gonna get the money that they deserve now.
And I'm like, fuck that. These people still trying to call around to try and find that at that price. You're never gonna find that shit. I think $150 a square for a walkable tear off and reinstallation is cheap. Cheap! $2 a square for non-walkable is cheap. Without materials. Y'all are crazy. And I'm so happy. Things are about to get better. GC's gonna have to start paying up. Everything's about to get realistic. These people are like, oh, we got them on all these positions. We got all these immigrants working in assisted facilities. Them motherfuckers make bank. You don't think they can pay an American to work? They don't want to. What about the farming industry? It's the same shit. It's billion-dollar companies. The fruit industry. People are like, we're not going to have orange juice. Bullshit. Pay up. Y'all can't pay $20 an hour? It's ridiculous. And I'm just so happy. All these people protesting with signs about them being here, let them talk about going to leave. I'm gonna be down there with the biggest sign you ever seen, and I know I'll have people with me saying, ICE, please don't go. I'm gonna be singing to them. I don't care. I'm gonna have my microphone, a big old speaker. I'm gonna serenade them to stay.
Nah, dead ass.
Seriously, we need this.
Shit, I might pull up and beatbox. I might DJ. What's up? What's up? Y'all down with seeing a live stream with me DJing, begging ICE to keep doing their job?
I need this. I got 3 kids, and I know I speak for so many people who are in that same line of business that I'm in, and has just gotten just tore apart by these people that don't even want to be here. They don't want to stay here. They want to build their 5-6 bedroom ranch house back home, send money to take care of their wife's family and their family, while they're able to still take care of themselves over here.
Damn.
Yeah. Where can we go to make 100 to 50 to 100x a day? Most of these cats I talk to, what they would make back home was $5 a day and like a Red Bull.
Facts. I mean, that's what it is. They come over here, they work, and then they send their money back to Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela,
Facts.
somewhere, right, where they came from. They send that money.
I've had conversations with them, and they've admitted to that, yeah. One even showed me the mansion with the armed security, and I'm like, why are you over here? He's like, listen, I've been building it up for years, man. Working over here, sending money back. And then he was about to retire the next year. I'm like, damn, we the same age. I'd come over here and take our money and send it over. That's crazy.
Back because their money goes a lot further, right? The dollar goes a lot further in these other countries. And it's cheaper, especially if you got these illegals from these rural areas in some of these countries. Yeah, I mean, they got a ton of land, right? I mean, they use that money to build houses, to build, a life for, their kids, their family back home. That's what they do. They have no interest in actually staying here long term. They're only here to work and then to send their money back to their home countries. And then eventually, once they feel like they made enough money, eventually, maybe 10 years down the road, they'll leave. But what this guy is pointing out that's so important, which is what, Democrats claim was a right-wing conspiracy theory, which is that these illegals are undercutting American workers. Okay. Yeah. Because they come here and they work for less, and that drives down wages. Okay. And when you talk about these projects and having to compete for work, okay, what happens is that the contractors, whatever, they're going to try to hire the cheapest labor. They're going to try to get the cheapest people, right, to do the work. And when you got people who are willing to work for, less than the average American's willing to work, then yeah, those people are going to get all the jobs, right? They're going to get all the contracts. And that leaves guys like him in a bad place because, hey, they can't work for less money like that, right? When you're an American, the cost of living here is higher. So you're going to demand higher wages. And it's not like these contractors can't pay. They just want to maximize their profit. So when you allow these illegals into the country and then they're competing, right, against guys like this, yeah, this guy's going to lose every single time. His business is going to be hurt, right? Facts. Americans are going to get hurt. Deporting illegal immigrants is about protecting the American worker, okay? That's what it's about. And that's what people got to understand. The liberal media will try to brainwash you into thinking, well, who's going to pick out strawberries? Who's going to pick out cotton? Who's going to wipe our butts? Right? I mean, that's literally what Democrats said. And they literally concerned that the illegals aren't going to be here to wipe their...
The Americans are going to step up and take the jobs that they've been trying to get. And they're going to take the higher payment too as well. They're going to start getting paid what they deserve to do these harder jobs. Like, it's crazy.
But, right? And it's like, well, yeah, Americans can do those jobs, but for the right wages. And I'm not one of these people that think that, the minimum wage needs to be increased. No, I'm not one of those people. I just think that if you eliminate illegals from the market, then the market will adjust, right? You're going to get more fair wages if you get illegal labor out of the market, right? That's the whole point. Okay, that's the whole point. So that is what he's saying. What he's saying is that American workers are now able to find jobs. Also, on top of that, all of these illegals who don't want to work anymore, that is opportunity for young men who may be lost, right? They don't know what to do. Going out there and get you one of these physical labor jobs is nothing wrong with it.
Step your game up.
At the end of the day, you're building a skill.
Yeah.
You're building a skill. Part-time, go to trade school, build up some other skills, and then go do something that is going to pay you more money.
100%. I agree. This joint will build character. It might be people that actually will find their passion, something that they're interested in doing for the long term. Like, I don't know why anyone would think this would be a bad thing.
And then after that, once you really build up and you know what you're doing, start your own company. Become a part of the ownership class. But you got to start somewhere, and there are plenty of jobs available. Despite, what you're hearing in mainstream media, it's just a lot of these jobs people don't want to do. But see, that's the problem with our system. We got too much welfare going around, and people feel entitled to sit on their butts and to not work. It shouldn't be an option not to work. If we need all these illegals for labor, then there are plenty of jobs for Americans, and they're coming open because the illegals are leaving left and right. They're self-deporting. They're being deported. They're not working anymore. So yeah, Americans need to be taking those jobs, period. And because the illegals are leaving, wages will go up. Wages will go up. But again, you got to work the job, right? The fact that we have these job openings, okay, and Americans allegedly don't want to work the jobs, that means that our welfare system is too robust. Yes, I understand.
Yes. People are extremely dependent on it, right? Instead of actually wanting to go out there and work. Like, people don't realize they would make more money. You would make more money actually doing something with your time. Like, it does not add up or make any sense. I've been saying this for quite some time, bro. Quite some time. People are lazy as hell.
That they should be paying more. I agree with that too. But deporting the illegals is the first step in order to force that to happen. The next step is for Americans to actually start working those jobs. That's what's going to have to happen. Okay? That's what needs to happen.
$5 a day in a Monster Energy. The foreman's making $10 a day. Where can we go to make 50 to 100x a day and send shit back where we live to build a 5-6 bedroom house? Most of you motherfuckers got a big ass piece of land. It's not fair. And anybody who thinks to say it's fair and they deserve to be here, you cannot be an American. You cannot have that blood going through your veins. For real. You hate your country.
Big facts.
I am so thankful for ICE and DHS. I'm glazing them. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, I don't blame you.
He said I'm glazing them.
He's right. He's right. He is revealing a reality that Democrats and the mainstream liberal media refuse to acknowledge about illegal immigration.
There's a lot of people that's like afraid to admit that. Right? There's a lot of people that they know that's facts, but they terrified to say it. It's crazy.
Which is that it brings down wages for American workers. Okay, these jobs are being taken by these illegals. These are good jobs that Americans should be doing. American men, specifically, young men, should be doing. And now the opportunity is there thanks to the Trump administration. Some people get it. Some people won't get it. But, I think that this guy right here, he's a guy that gets it. He understands because he works in the industry. So hopefully, moving forward into the future, we see the change that we want to see as a result of the mass deportations. Because again, the work is still needed, right? Somebody's gonna have to do the job, right? And it'd be nice to see Americans doing the job, right? It'd be nice to see Americans building the country of the future, right? That's what I want to see. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black.
Yeah, I agree. It's a shame that a lot of people can't see that. Real talk. I said I believe we need more skilled laborers. I agree. But there's a lot of people that's going to be woke and try to defend the immigrants for that. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video as well. Also hit the hype button if you're able to. It's nasty work out here, yo. Super nasty work.